Loyalty isn't something you find a whole lot of nowadays in football. For an example of that, just look at Southampton, who moved on from manager Nathan Jones earlier this week after just a couple of months of him managing the club. But one man has remained loyal to the city of Southampton for the best part of 20 years, and he can be found here at Hythe and Dibden FC. Almost 20 years after leaving Southampton FC, Jo Tessem is still kicking around the south coast. The Norwegian signed for Saints in 1999 when he signed from Molde, but his arrival in the city was far from ordinary.
I came to Southampton Football Club and Dave Jones was the manager. I only came to watch a game, so I didn't even have football boots with me. So I came over and I met Dave Jones in the cafeteria in the training ground, and he stood up and said, "I'm Dave Jones, the manager, and you're playing tomorrow." That's how it started, that bit. So I played the next day as a right back, and I've never played right back in my whole life. So.
During his tenure with Southampton, Tessem made his mark as a versatile player with impeccable fitness.
I like training and I like keeping myself fit.
Yeah.
And I have friends who are in football, and when you have friends in football, you kind of stay with them, and that's how I have grown up. And then you kind of tag along and do things because it's enjoyable, and I have fun when I play football or train. So that's why I stuck into it.
These attributes landed Tessem 9 caps for Norway and matchups with some of the best players of his generation.
I've been lucky. I've played against a lot of good football players, and I would say probably the best one in England in the period I would say was Thierry Henry, by probably a mile in front of anyone else. But there are lots of players I've been there for 6 seasons, and you get through a few players. I'm lucky to play Champions League. You get to see a lot of good players in there. And so the last game I had with my old club was against Real Madrid. So then coming to the Premier League wasn't so daunting. I could okay, this is kind of walk in the park.
His nearly 30 years of football, many of which were spent at the highest level, have made Tessem a key part of the Hythe and Dibden squad, and he has embraced his role as a leader among the younger players.
And Jo is not only a great player and has helped us on the pitch, but he really, the way he conducts himself, everything about him, it changes people, it makes people better people at the club.
Tessem might not be playing in the Champions League anymore, but after a win over Lockheath in the quarter-final of the Southampton Senior Cup, Hythe is on the cusp of reaching the final and a shot at the trophy. For Tessem, that would mean a return to his old stomping grounds of St Mary's.